Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? Hope y'all are doing well. Not bad. Pretty good game from Borussia. I was hoping that this was going to be the Borussia against Leipzig and Bayern, especially against Bayern, because as I understood, Bayern have won the Bundesliga for 10 straight years. I didn't know that. I know they've won consecutively. I know they're always winning it. So it was nice to know that Borussia were someone different was in first place, and I wanted them to stay there. But they didn't start off that well. Sula, oh my God, Sula had a bad game. And he stayed on throughout the whole game. Right at the beginning, he got a yellow card. After that, he committed another one of his blunders, going all the way straight to Union Berlin's first goal. Look, the way I saw it was like he was going forward, so to go backwards and jump up for that mass, I'm not calling him fat, just, he's got a big frame, right? To jump up, I'm thinking he thought, you know what, if I just kind of like stay there, I can nudge him enough to make him make a mistake, which he didn't. It didn't work. Okay, that's fine. But right after that, the most insulting thing, he just jogs. Instead of getting back into the play, he just jogs. And that little jog that he has, kind of like a T-Rex, that was just puzzling to me. If I was a Borussia fan, I'd be fuming. I hope the coach chewed him out after the game. You can't do that, especially sitting in second place, at this point in the season. At any point in the season, you just can't allow yourself to fall asleep that way. That was inexcusable. And as for the Union Berlin goal, I thought that was a really good combination from both Becker and Behrens. Behrens from going up and challenging for the ball, even though there was not much of a challenge because Sula just kind of, posted there, just stood like a statue. And Becker holding off the ball and giving him the 1-2. And the finish was really well because it was really low to the ground, and there's no way Kobo was going to get to that place. Really well placed by Behrens. And I think afterwards, because after the goal he got substituted and they made the substitutions for Becker also, that's when Union Berlin had more of a chance to attack, holding the ball off more, because the first half they were very poor when they were attacking. They didn't really attack much because anytime they had somewhat, the few chances that they had a possession of the ball in Dortmund's half, they would get easily dispossessed or just give it away. So I think it was crucial, the substitutions that they made afterwards, because they were close to tying this game. Very close. And I loved, what I loved about, I've never seen Union Berlin play. What I loved was their no giving up attitude. At no point did you see signs of them throwing in the towel. That was awesome. I've never seen this team play, and that was awesome. It brought me back very reminiscent to Barca against Real, and where Barca after the second goal, they vanished. There was no Barca. And Union Berlin there was never that mindset. That was awesome to see. So really happy to found this team. Bellingham had a good game, but just sometimes just questionable in the way he plays. I know he hasn't been the same since the World Cup. The World Cup, I think he was phenomenal. And I know he just came back from an injury. He's still wearing that knee brace. So, that's a sign that he's still not 100%. But the kid was running the whole game, and he didn't look like he was tired, but just sometimes complaining and whining. And he had a good match. I thought he was a conductor of Borussia, along with Guerrero. Guerrero was man of the match, let's be honest, right? But Bellingham, yeah, man, and the whole rousing, like I said before, stop spurring the crowd on, like getting that, like siphoning that emotional validation so you can start playing good, instead of just play and it'll naturally occur. You're putting the cart before the horse. You know what I mean? Like, stop asking the crowd to make you play better. Instead of just playing on your own, just start playing better and the crowd will follow. It just seems like WrestleMania, trying to get the crowd into the game that way. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. But he had a pretty good game. Guerrero, like I said, man of the match easily. He was like Gundogan and De Bruyne wrapped into one. Key passes, defending, that they were close. Union Berlin was close, like I said before, to tying the game. He made a life-saving tackle against Becker. And there's this phenomenon with that, especially with that play that Guerrero made on Becker, and I've seen it in the Barcelona when I think Kessia was about to kick and Vinicius was probably the one that stuck his leg. I don't know if it was the other way around, but it just bewilders me how that's a foul on the person that's sticking their leg in and the striker's about to kick. The same thing happened with Guerrero. He put his leg in to prevent he poked the ball away, right? But in this play, he brought his leg back just naturally the way he fell. Had he left his leg in and Becker would have kicked his leg, you're telling me that it would have been a foul given to Becker? It would have been a penalty, in other words. Why, if I'm the one that's leaving my leg, not Not to mention the fact that I'm getting kicked, but I just happened to get there before the striker's going to kick the ball. Of course, it wasn't a foul because, nobody got kicked there. But I've seen it in so many other games that, the ref is giving the foul to the person that's swinging their leg, right? I don't get that. That's the dumbest foul that you're gonna call. But anyways, Adeyemi, that's the guy that was missing from the other matches that I couldn't put my finger on him. It was like it seemed like they're missing someone, and I remembered him from the Chelsea match against Chelsea, the first leg. I didn't watch that game, but I remember watching the highlights, and that's the kid that made Enzo look like made the Chelsea board question their decision on paying such an insane amount on Enzo. I mean, made Enzo look like like he was about to retire. Yeah, you could argue that Enzo shouldn't have been left alone there. It was tactically a mess, whatever. But man, did he just leave Enzo in the dust there? He made such a difference today in this game. Gave Dortmund a facelift. Pretty much Dortmund had Botox today with Adeyemi. Such an important player. As I understand, he was injured. I guess that's why he wasn't playing. There can't be any other reason than that. But key player for Dortmund. Donny Malen had another key player for Dortmund. I thought he had a really good game. I love his footwork. His footwork kind of reminds me of somehow resembles a what do you call it? A hummingbird. It's just so quick. And the goal was a really good goal. I like the way he just tried to get as much as he could over the ball so it wouldn't go over the top. So really good goal by Malen. So yeah, really enjoyed watching this game and the way Union Berlin played. Never seen the team play before, and really enjoyed their attitude of never putting their head down and just going at it 100% throughout the whole game. So that was really good. Mukoku's goal was also really good. Pity for Seguin, was it, that was trying to pass it back to I think it was the central defender, not the goalie, so he could clear it out. And gave a great assist for Mukoku, and the speed again. What I'm talking about with Adeyemi, really good goal from Mukoku. Yeah, no, it was a really interesting game, and glad to see Dortmund play slightly better. I hope it gets better. I hope they could reach up to Bayern and challenge them to the title. That'd be very interesting to see. Guys, thank you so much again for watching, and as always, I'll see you soon. Tschüss.